We define architecture by the symmetry of cathedrals or the logic of skyscrapers, usually assuming nature is just a random, chaotic arrangement of debris. Yet across the globe, certain landscapes possess such intense color and immense scale that they appear to have been purposefully engineered. Today, we are going to reverse engineer 10 of these locations to understand the mindless physical forces that actually built them. By decoding the science of erosion and chemistry, these spots emerge as the foundational architectural records of the planet's history. Erosion is Earth's primary sculptor of space. On Portugal's coast, the Algar de Benegal is a cavernous grotto hollowed out entirely by the kinetic power of relentless ocean waves. Desert floods surge through narrow slots, acting as high-pressure blades that leave rock walls as smooth as polished glass. This centuries-long smoothing of Navajo sandstone allows Antelope Canyon to capture and refract sunlight, making the eroded corridors appear to glow like liquid fire. Coastal erosion is more destructive in Ireland, where the Atlantic has dismantled entire landmasses to leave the sheer faces of the Cliffs of Moher. This destruction creates a massive biological footprint, with the resulting ledges housing 30,000 birds from 20 different species, including Atlantic puffins. The removal of rock proves to be a creative force, generating specialized vertical nesting grounds that would not exist without constant coastal wear. While erosion carves, moving water acts as a blunt force tearing through the landscape. The Iguazu Falls consist of a staggering chain of waterfalls on the Argentina-Brazil border. The massive volume of the river is funneled through the Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm that concentrates the water's downward kinetic energy. In Iceland, Seljalandsfoss demonstrates vertical flow, fed by the constant melting of volcanic glaciers. The persistent 60-meter drop has washed away the sediment behind the flow, carving an accessible cavern that sits directly behind the aquatic curtain. Glaciers also work at a microscopic level. As they grind mountains into rock flour, these tiny particles stay suspended in the water to scatter blue light wavelengths. This specific optical scattering is what gives Moraine Lake its vivid blue color, which stands in stark contrast to the surrounding dark evergreens. Moving water dictates the macrogeography of the continents, while simultaneously defining the microscopic color of the Earth's surface. Biological and chemical reactions are the prime catalysts for color. In Croatia, Plitvice Lakes is a system of 16 interconnected bodies of water. These lakes shift into an intense turquoise because of a constant chemical interaction between mineral runoff, microorganisms, and the angle of the sun. At sea, life builds its own infrastructure. The Great Barrier Reef is a massive construction project completed entirely by millions of living coral organisms. The chemistry of the nearby coast is equally specific. Whitehaven Beach is composed of 98. These psychedelic colors and optical illusions are the direct result of extreme chemical and biological concentrations left unchecked by human interference. Standing in these locations often makes us feel impossibly small or insignificant. We feel a strange sense of protection from the sheer scale of the landscape. This sense of awe stems from the visible evidence of massive physical work occurring over vast geological timescales. These environments are irreplaceable. They serve as a physical record of the planet's history over millions of years of change. Viewing these landscapes as geological archives makes their active protection from human interference a scientific necessity.